Welcome back to Restore Thrive, guys, and today we have the amazing Dennis Dolan with us, and we're going to talk about back pain and how our hip is very closely tied to back pain depending on what the hip can or can't do. So this is something we see with almost all of our back clients, so really important to assess and fix if it's an issue for you. So first things first, we're going to talk about what you need for a squat or when you bend over. So Dennis, can you show me a squat? I'm not going to give him any tips, but he should be excellent at this. So can you turn to the side real quick?
Yes, I can.
So he looks awesome, and stay there for a second. So what we want to see is that the hip is slightly below the knee crease. And he looks really good, so go ahead and come on out of that. So he's got great hip mobility. Now certainly with the squat, something that we have to be kind of particular about is your ankle can be stiff and affecting how low you can squat as well, which is the case for me. So I should be demonstrating this, I guess. But if you can lay on your back for a second here, if that looks pretty good and people still have back pain, one of the things I will take a look at as a PT, I'm going to take his leg here, I'm going to bend his hip and his knee, and then put my hand on his pelvis because that tells me, relax for a second. There you go. Yeah, so he actually has really stiff hips. And what I want to see is that the angle here at the hip joint is 120 degrees, which is quite a bit more than what he has. He's at about 90. So even though you can squat really low, and it looks pretty good to my eyes, that tells me like he's going to hit that limit in his hip, and to get lower in a squat, it's got to come from somewhere, and so it's probably going to come from his back. So if he was somebody who had recurrent back pain, we work on his hips and make sure we assess that. So the other piece of this is hip extension going the other way, and that's what we need for running, for walking, for the elliptical, lunging. So hop up for a second, Dennis, and I'm going to let him demonstrate a lunge.
Right on.
Wrong, the first way. And so this isn't too bad. His back is nice and straight, abs are turned on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's pretty straight up and down. The hip is not actually coming backwards, which again, when we stride, when we're walking, that hip needs to go backwards. So go ahead and do it right now. So now he's actually getting his leg backwards, which is really important. We have the ability to do that. If he is stiff, can you arch your back here? People will try and do this, but if they don't have it here, they're gonna get it from their back, and they'll usually tell me, oh yeah, that really hurts my back. So hop up. So hopefully that helps you guys. That's a couple of ideas of things that we assess on the PT or the rehab side of things when people have back pain, especially for our athletes who are squatting, who are lunging, who are running, doing things like that. But for everybody, bending over, getting on and off the toilet, up and down from a chair, I mean, squatting is very functional, so it's important whether you're going to the gym and squatting there or not that you can do these techniques well. So hopefully that helps, guys. You can find us at restorethrive.com. Leave comments below if you have any questions.